So are you also still extracting the details from packing list manually? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to use an AI agent to effortlessly extract packing list data for inventory management. So over here I'm an operations manager of a company and we regularly receive the packing list, and what we used to do is we used to extract the details from that packing list manually and enter it in Google Sheets. But this is such a time-consuming process, right? So to solve this problem, I've simply created this amazing automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as I add my packing list into my Google Drive account, automatically my AI agent, which is OpenAI, is going to extract the details from that packing list. And further, we can add that details into our Google Sheets, that too without any manual efforts. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Drive, my AI agent, which is OpenAI, and then Google Sheets. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this amazing automation for your business? Then for that, you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to set up an AI agent that automatically extracts data from packing list like item names, quantities, shipment number, order number, and the date, and stores it in Google Sheets for efficient inventory tracking. This reduces manual entry, improves accuracy, and helps you to stay on the top of stock levels, improving the shipment without hustle. So let's dive into a smarter inventory management. And to get started, we simply have to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect. And in order to do this, we simply have to open a new tab, which is www.pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And as soon as we're going to search for it and select it, it is opening the landing page of my Pabbly Connect's account. And over here, after opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, you are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this sign in. And as soon as we are going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. And over here, you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect's account. And as soon as we are going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we simply have to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here, I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations. And on my left hand side of the dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. If you want to create a new folder or a subfolder, you can click on this hyperlink given right over here which says learn more and learn how to create one. I have already created, so I'm selecting the same. And now I'm just going to name my workflow as how to use an AI agent to effortlessly extract packing list data for inventory management. And then we are simply going to click on this button right over here which says create. And as soon as we are going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. And that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, we are simply going to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm simply going to select it as Google Drive because I have all my packing list in this Google Drive. Alright, so I'm simply going to search for Google Drive and then we are simply going to select it right over here. And now it is going to ask me to select my trigger event. So for my trigger event, I'm simply going to select it as new file in a specific folder. Alright, and now we are simply going to click on this connect, and now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Drive account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection, and now we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And now it is asking me to select my Gmail account. So I'm simply going to select my Gmail account right from here, for which I want to create this Google Drive account. And now you can see that Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what we are going to do is I'm just going to simply click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And as soon as we are going to click on this allow, yes, you can see that with this we have successfully connected our Google Drive account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the folder or the subfolder. So over here you can see the name of my folder is packing list. So we are going to select the same, which is packing list. But you have to keep in mind that the folder or the subfolder which you are selecting should be a shareable one. And to make the folder a shareable one, you simply have to go towards this folder, you have to go towards this share, and then you have to again go towards the share. And what you have to do is you have to give this folder the access of anyone with the link and the editor access from here. It is a really important step, otherwise your flow will not get triggered. Alright, so you have to keep in mind that this should be set on anyone with the link and editor, and then you simply have to click on this done. So yes, you can see that I've successfully made this folder a shareable one. And now I can simply click on this save and send test request. But before clicking on the save and send test request, I'll just let you know that Google Drive is a pooling based application. So pooling based application means that these applications will not check for new data instantly. They are going to take some amount of time to check for new data. And over here in the case of Google Drive, it is saying the trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. So as soon as I'm going to click on the save and send test request, Pabbly is going to capture the last response or the latest response made in my Google Drive account. So before clicking on the save and send test request, we simply have to do the test submission first. So I'm just going to open my folder and we are going to drag and drop a file in this folder. So I'm just going to go towards this new and upload a file in this folder first. So I'm just going to look for my file, and over here you can see that this is my file, which is packaging list. So I'm simply going to upload this file, and as you can see that I have successfully uploaded this file right over here. And after uploading this file, we are going to click on this save and send test request button given right over here. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response of the same file which we uploaded right now. You can see the same file name, and over here you can see the file URL too. And yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what is going to happen is that every time I upload a new file in this specific folder, automatically within 10 minutes my workflow is going to get triggered, and Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. So over here, if you want to reduce or increase this trigger time, you can go towards this three dots and then towards this set trigger time, and from here you can increase or decrease this trigger time. I'm just going to keep it as 10 minutes only. And now we are going to move forward towards our action step. What I want is I want to use an AI agent to effortlessly extract packing list data. So for my action application, I'm just going to select it as my AI agent, which is OpenAI. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI right over here, and as you can see the same, so we are simply going to select it. And now for the action event, we are simply going to select it as extract content from PDF/image. And now we simply have to click on this connect, and now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. So you have to enter the token right over here in order to connect our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what we are going to do is to enter this token, it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key. So over here we are simply going to click on this hyperlink which will redirect us to the OpenAI API key page. And yes, over here you can see that we have successfully opened our OpenAI API key page. And now we simply have to go towards this create new secret key, and now it is asking me for the name of my key. So I'm just going to simply name this key as packing list. So as you can see that I've successfully named my key, and now I'm just going to select the project and click on this create secret key button. And over here you can see that my key has been created. So I'm simply going to copy this key, and then we are simply going to paste this key right over here in our workflow. And yes, over here you can see that we have successfully entered the API key. And now I'm simply going to click on this button which says save. And yes, with this we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the OpenAI model. So we are simply going to select it as GPT-4o Mini. If you wish, you can definitely select a better one. Now we are going to move on further. It is asking me for the image/PDF URL. So it is asking me for the PDF URL right over here. So I'm just simply going to attach the URL of this PDF right over here in my workflow. But we are not going to copy paste the URL, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Drive as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm simply going to map this PDF URL. I'm just going to open my Google Drive account and map this web content link. So over here you have to keep in mind that you only have to map this web content link. You have to notice that you don't have to map this web view link, you have to map this web content link only. So now after mapping this web content link, we are going to move on forward. It is asking me to enter the prompt. So I'm simply going to enter the prompt I want to give to my OpenAI. So as you can see that I've successfully entered the prompt. I want to extract details from the given PDF. Extract details like order number, date, item details, example this. So yes, you can see that I've successfully entered my prompt, and now we are going to move on further. And now I'm just going to enter the structured output. And to generate the structure output JSON, we have to first go towards this URL given right over here. You can see in the important notes, it is saying to generate the structured output JSON, navigate to this URL. So I'm simply going to open this URL right over here, and with the help of this only, I'm just going to generate the JSON schema. So what we're going to do is I'm simply going to click on this generate, and now it is saying describe how do you want the model to respond, and we'll generate a JSON schema for the same. Alright, so first in order to generate the JSON schema, we have to give a prompt, and in order to enter that prompt, I'm just going to open my notepad, and over here we are going to enter the details which I want to extract. So first I want to extract the order number, so I'm just going to enter the same, which is order number. So I'm just going to enter order number right over here. This is what I want to extract, right? And now I'm just going to enter the format of this, which is type of a number. So I'm just going to enter type of number, and now we are going to move forward. In the next line, we are going to give the description of this, which is give me the order number, and like this only we are going to enter this for all of the details. The next is date, so I'm just going to enter date, and now I'm just going to enter the format as type of date. So I'm just going to enter type of date. So now I'm just going to enter the description, which is give the date on which the packing list was created or issued. Alright, so now we are going to move forward towards the next. I want to extract the details of the product, right? So I'm just going to enter the same. So as you can see over here is what I want, which is items. It would be a type of multi-line, a list of items in this format. I want the item name and in the bracket quantity. I have also given the example right over here, and now I'm just going to enter for shipment number 2. So yes, you can see that we have successfully entered for shipment number 2. Now after adding this, I'm simply going to copy it right from here. I'm simply going to copy this right from here like this, and I'm just going to open my OpenAI, and over here I'm just going to paste it like this. And now we are going to simply click on this create in order to generate a JSON schema. And as soon as we are going to click on this create, over here it has generated me the JSON schema. So I'm simply going to copy it right from here, and I'm simply going to paste it right over here in the workflow in the structured output section. And after pasting this, I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request button given right over here. And now my AI agent is going to extract the details in the same format which I wanted, and it is going to give me the same as the response right over here, so that we can further add that details into our Google Sheets. So we are going to wait for a few seconds till the AI agent is going to extract the details. And yes, over here you can see the AI agent has successfully extracted the details. You can see the order number, the date, and you can notice that the items, and over here in the bracket is the quantity of the items, and also you can see the shipment number which is extracted. So you can see that these details are exactly the same. You can can see these same details over here. You can notice that these same details have been extracted. And yes, with this we have successfully completed this AI agent step. And now what I want is I want to add that details right over here in my Google Sheets. So to do this, I'm just going to open my workflow. I'm just going to add another action step right over here. And now for my action application, I'm just going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm simply going to search for Google Sheets and select it right over here. And now for the action event, I'm just going to select it as add new row and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection. And now we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And now over here, once again, it is asking me to select my Gmail account. So I'm simply going to select my Gmail account. And after selecting it, once again, Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So I'm simply going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for. And yes, with this, we have successfully authorized this, which means that with this, we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet and the sheet. So over here for the spreadsheet, I'm simply going to select it as packaging list inventory. So I'm simply going to select it as packaging list inventory right over here. And now for the sheet, I'm simply going to select it as sheet 1 only. Now we are going to move forward. It is asking me for the order number, date, items and shipment number. So you can notice that these are the same details which we have had right over here in our spreadsheet. Alright, so now I'm just going to map all of these details one by one so that I can add that details right over here in the spreadsheet. So we are simply going to open the response of our OpenAI and map the details one by one, like the order number, date, then I'm just going to simply map the item, and then I'm just going to map the shipment number. And after mapping all of these, we are simply going to click on this save and send test request button. So now I'm just going to click on this button which says save and send test request, and as soon as we're going to click on this button, it is giving me a positive response that we have successfully added these details into our Google Sheets. So I'm simply going to open my Google Sheets and check for the details added. And yes, over here you can see the details have been added. You can see the order number, the date, the items and the shipment number. Without any manual effort, the details has been extracted and added right over here in our Google spreadsheet. So we can eliminate the data entry which is prone to errors with the help of this amazing automation. And yes, with this, we have successfully completed this workflow and this video too. And now what is going to happen is that as soon as I add a packing list into this specific folder, within 10 minutes, my workflow is going to get triggered. Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same. Further, my AI agent is going to extract the content from that PDF and add that details into our Google Sheets like this. That too without any manual efforts. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. This workflow is going to run in backend. So you also go and try this amazing automation for your own business. And if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching, everyone.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.